I rolled over in my bed. Groggily, I answered the phone. It was 3:30 in the morning. And I thought, who's calling me at this time? It was my niece. She had a shaky voice and she says, Auntie Lise, Grandma just passed away. Took my breath away. And I thought, how am I ever going to live without my mother? I was heartbroken, devastated, and in shock. We were in a lockdown, and I just couldn't be with her. I felt so guilty that we couldn't even have a funeral for 3 months. I was supposed to be there with her, at the last moments of her life. I was isolated, felt lonely, felt completely helpless. I was absolutely heartbroken and thought to myself, how am I ever going to live without my mother? I lay there crying in a cocoon state. And all of a sudden the sun came up. So I went for a walk in the bush. And I just stood there by a tree. And I hugged that big old tree. And it's like it was absorbing my pain. And then the sun was just shining down on me. And a warm wind came around me. And I felt the energy of my mother letting me know that she had transitioned to the heavens. My story is not unique to anyone else's story. Many people have lost their loved ones, especially during these very difficult times with no funerals. People have had difficulty, especially with unresolved grief, causing them lots of pain and feelings of helplessness and guilt. So moving the pain is necessary in order to come to terms with grief. It's critical because it affects us completely. I believe that we can come to terms with grief, but it takes some work. In the past 36 years, I've been able to help thousands of people to achieve their goals and their dreams, especially in difficult times. One of the most common questions that I get is, Lise, can you help me with my grief? The answer is yes. The Pathway to Peace programs helps people to come to terms with their grief faster. It also helps them to come to terms with memorializing their loved ones and to live in peace and harmony. The next steps is to register for the program and get started with your healing process. No one needs to be a prisoner of their grief. The offer will help you to come to a place of peace and tranquility. I have everyday people who are living fully once again from doing this program. And to help you accelerate your grief process, I will provide some support as well. Don't worry, it's not going to cost you $25,000 or years of therapy or medications or drugs and alcohol, but a one-time cost of $9.97 with virtual pre-recorded videos to help you through the process right from the comfort of your own home, with a one-on-one support session in order to go through some of the grief that you may be dealing with. Picture a day when you're able to be there fully for your family, or picture a day when you can go to work and focus and not be in that fog. Picture a day when your friend tells you, "It's so good to see you laughing again." Picture a day when you're excited to wake up in the morning. Let me leave you with one last thought. With my mother, it took 3 months to have her funeral. With the family gathered the day before her funeral, my brother has a massive heart attack in her home, and he dies in her kitchen. Not only did I lose my mom, but my brother died the day before her funeral. Despite the compounded grief, I made it through the other side of grief, and I am here to help you to get to the other side of your grief. You deserve to be free of pain and to live your life each day fully. Have a great night.